Normally around this time of year, Fender announced a new color for the Johnny Marr signature Jaguar. However, just after finishing up introducing a new 7-string Martin guitar, Johnny Marr has teamed up with Gibson to reproduce his 1984 Les Paul Standard. Before I give you any more info on these extremely exclusive guitars, I want to give Gibson and Johnny Marr a lot of credit. All the profits are going to be donated to the Teenage Cancer Trust in the UK, which is the only place you're going to be able to buy these. You're going to have to go to the Gibson Garage on Friday, February 21st, 2025. They say there's going to be 20 of them, and once they're gone, they're gone. These guitars are recreations of Johnny's 1984 Gibson Les Paul Standard that has a Bigsby equipped on it. Now, this brings me to the real point that I want to get at today. A lot of people thought that other guitars were used on those original Smiths records and that they had to have certain kinds of instruments in order to get the sounds that Johnny was making. Well, on the press kind of run-up to produce these guitars, Johnny himself has cleared the air on that. He said that this 1984 Les Paul was used way more than a lot of people might have assumed, and on many parts where people thought it was a Rickenbacker, or some people even thought it was a Jaguar, although I've never seen any pictures or footage of him ever using a Jaguar in his time with the Smiths, but I digress. The point of the matter was, it wasn't what people thought it was. It was a Gibson Les Paul. The timing of this is also pretty funny to me because I just received a comment on an older video I made where I was explaining why you should buy a Fender Telecaster, and I referenced Jimmy Page using a Tele in the studio for some of those old Led Zeppelin records, and people thinking he was using a Gibson Les Paul because that's what he was going out and playing live with. So Les Paul sold like crazy, when in reality, if they wanted to actually nail the tone the right way, they would have been using a Telecaster. And it all kind of ties together to the main point, which is, your sound is going to be your sound. You don't always know what people are using in a recording environment, and it's kind of a fool's errand to try and chase it. There's so many other factors. What kind of outboard gear is being used? What's the studio like? How's it treated? How big is the room? What's the preamp? What's the mic setup? There's just so many things that go into this stuff. So when you're considering buying a guitar, say there's a guitarist you do really like. I know a lot of people that bought Fender Jaguars because of Johnny Marr. Same thing for Kurt Cobain when it comes to the Mustangs. In reality, it all comes down to these guys, a little bit dialing in on your amp, and you're off to the races. So just a fun little reminder of it, and something I thought I could tie into what I thought was a really positive release, since again, they're going to be donating all the profits from these guitars off to a really, really good cause that's fighting against cancer. That's it for today. Keep this one short and sweet. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.